welcome back. It's your girl Jazz, and unfortunately I did not do a opening, unboxing, introduction to the Ring. I just kind of got it, and I actually wasn't initially going to review it, but I figured I've seen quite a bit of posts through Facebook friends and everything like that with so much chaos going on right now. So they're worried about, packages being stolen and the surrounding areas. So I went ahead and I decided to go ahead and do a review today. So I've had it for a good 6 months right now, I think. November? Yeah. No. I think maybe about 8 months now. So I've had it for a good 8 months now. Wow, where did the year go? So I decided to go ahead and review it and kind of give an update on the progress, what I like, what I don't like, and things like that. So in case you don't know about the Ring, it was originally introduced to America, the world, however you want to phrase it, publicly through a teeny little itty bitty show called Shark Tank. In case you haven't heard about it, first of all, do you not have cable? Hey, I know there's a lot of people that don't have cable. I'm strongly considering getting rid of mine, so there's nothing wrong with it. But with Shark Tank, they obviously introduce new products. I like to get a lot of review products from there, especially their foods that they try. They have a wide range of things that people, entrepreneurs, are trying to get investors into their companies. So again, the Ring was originally introduced on Shark Tank. However, it was not called the Ring. It was called Doorbot. It was a smart doorbell. So surprisingly enough, nobody invested in it. Pretty much, I think they thought it was too much for their, too advanced for the time being. Keep in mind, this was back in, I believe, 2013, 2012, 2013, somewhere around that time frame. So I think it was about when Amazon started growing, where people started buying more and more online products versus in store. So that's kind of where it started booming. And so, like I said, I think it was just a bit advanced for the time that they originally aired it or came onto the show, however you want to phrase it. But anyways, once it started gaining some little buzz here through Shark Tank, this guy by the name of Richard Branson actually invested into Doorbot. Now, again, Richard Branson, if you don't know who he is, he owns a little company called Virgin. With Richard Branson, like I said, if you don't know who he is, again, where have you been? You may probably know more about his products more than Richard Branson himself. And I'm talking about Virgin. If you haven't heard about Virgin, they have the airlines, they have the cruise ships, they have record labels, so it's a pretty big company all owned by him. I think he may have sold off a couple of things. But anyways, that's besides the point. So he's really big. He has a lot of money to spare. So he decided to invest into Ring, which I think that was actually before they changed the name to officially Ring. So once Richard Branson got involved, they started kind of growing. And eventually, like I said, this was all back whenever Amazon first started. And so, or not very first started, it's whenever it started gaining traction, should I say. Because I remember Amazon probably, 2007, 2008, around there. So yeah, it's been out for a while. But like I said, whenever it really started gaining true traction, that's when Amazon eventually ended up buying Ring for over $1 billion. So first of all, that should tell you that, as long as you believe in yourself and you're pushing out good products, no matter what kind of negativity you get from whoever you get it from, there's always going to be somebody that's going to believe in you and invest in you. So who knows, you could have the next $1 billion idea, because whenever they originally started on Shark Tank and they were selling the Doorbot, they had $3 million in sales. And at the time, they evaluated their company at $7 million. So to go from a $3 million company to estimated $7 million to selling it for over $1 billion to Amazon, yeah, things can escalate pretty quickly in a good way. So that's just a little bit of background about Ring and how I got started, in case you didn't know about it. But I'm pretty sure that people are a little bit more curious about how it works and things like that. So they originally started with just a Ring Doorbell, but again, over time and investing, they started coming out with more, what I like to call apartment-friendly locations. And I say that because out of all the apartments that I lived in, I can't think of a single one that has doorbells, but I do know that there are some out there, probably out of my price range, but there are apartments with doorbells that you can actually use the regular Ring on. But I have the Peephole Ring. So again, that's what I'm talking about today. It's actually set up right now, so I'm going to uninstall it on camera so you can see how easy it is to uninstall and install. I'm going to give you a little bit more information about the Peephole before I, again, take it apart and put it back together, so that way I can show you how easy it is to install and uninstall. So you're probably worried about costing, and so each device is just a one-time fee just for the particular device, depending on whether you get the doorbell Ring or the Peephole like I have. Like I said, let me look up the prices for the regular Ring versus the Peepholes so you guys can know. There's about 6 varieties of the standard doorbell Ring, and that's not including the Peephole, just to be clear. It ranges anywhere between $80 up to $350. And I know that sounds like a wide range, but it just depends on storage and certain features that they have. The highest one, which is the $350, and that is for the Doorbell Elite. So some of the features as far as the difference in doorbells is how it's installed. So some of them is just simple of just connecting it to Wi-Fi. Other ones are going to be needing professional installation. They do have one that I think is pretty cool, and it has a solar panel. So that way you don't have to worry about charging your battery. I charge my battery maybe about once a month, give or take. And honestly, the battery can last up to 6 months. I just like having that peace of mind of, you know, maybe I forget to charge it next month, but if I charge it this month, you know, I don't have to worry about it next month. And again, I kind of still have that mentality of constantly recharging it for a month, just in case. So for 6 months, that also does depend on how much traffic you have going through there. So I don't have too much traffic where I live. So, I mean, every now and then I'll see people cut through the hallways, you know, going from their cars just to go outside and walk their dogs or something like that. So I don't have too much traffic, with the exception of delivery guys, but we're not going to talk about that mess. Ladies, fellas, if you are a habitual shopper, this might not be user-friendly if somebody else has access to it and they want you to stop shopping. Just a fair warning. I only say that jokingly because I like to order things, and I usually am 9 times out of 10 the one ordering something online and getting it delivered. Or at least it has my name on, other people order it in my name, so that way I'm still blamed for it. But yes, I do like the fact that it does, you know, the battery life is 6 months long in charging. Now, again, if you have a high traffic area, you may really need to legitimately charge it once a month. And also depends on the light setting on it. I think I just have it set for what it came with factory. I don't think I adjusted it. Again, keep in mind this was 8 months ago, so I may have adjusted it, but I don't think I did. So the battery life is really great. So as far as the solar panel goes, you may not necessarily need it, but if you have that high traffic area and you're outside, you know, the sun will be able to reach your doorbell, because I know with me personally, it will not reach mine. If I had a doorbell. I don't have a doorbell. Another great thing that I do like about the Peephole in general is that, like I said, most apartments, as far as that I know, do not have doorbells. But if I'm in, you know, taking a shower or something like that, and someone's knocking on the door, I might not hear it. So I might not know that there's a package that was left or anything like that, or, you know, who's outside. So I may not need to know whether I need to run to the door or not. That's one advantage about the Ring, is the fact that if I am in the shower and maybe it's one of my friends, I know that the door is unlocked, you know, of course you have that, you know, oh, I'm jumping in the shower, you can go ahead and come in whenever you get there. But you have that friend that I'm not just going to go walk in there. So you can actually just, if you have your phone with you, you can answer the door and tell them, hey, come on in, or, you know, I'll be out in 10 minutes, whatever the case may be. You can easily communicate with that while you're not standing right in front of the door. You can be in your bathroom, you can be in your bedroom, or wherever the case may be. Oh, I don't know how many times I've had solicitors come to my door before the bell, and I answer it, and they're sitting there trying to sell me about, you know, $500 worth of stuff, and I'm just like, no, I'm not interested. And no matter what I say, they don't get it, and I don't want to be rude and just close the door on them. But now I don't have to worry about it because I see at the door, I'm like, you don't look like you work for Amazon, that I need to sign for something, UPS or anything like that. You look like you're trying to sell me something. I'm not answering it. So that's an advantage of the Ring. And then, like I said, if you're in the other room and you don't hear, you know, someone knocking at the door, they can ring it. And again, if you don't hear it from here, you can hear it ringing on your phone. It'll vibrate or something like that. Because I have got notifications where I don't hear it because my volume's not up, but I do feel the vibrations. So that's an advantage on that part. But I'm going to go ahead and take apart the Ring and put it back together. So let's go. All right, guys. So as I've mentioned, I've been using my Ring for about 8 months now. So it's already been installed. I'm going to show you guys how to disassemble the Ring and put it back together. So this is the covering that's going to cover everything. This right here is a battery that you're going to have to take out and charge every 6 months. Like I said, I take it out about once a month to double check. You know, it's kind of a security blanket. We're going to pull this out. I'm going to open the door just to make sure that the front part does not fall out. I'm going to uninstall. So it seems like it's stable there. All right. So this is what it looks, my front door looks like. This is where the doorbell was originally. Or I'm sorry, not the doorbell, the peephole. So, like I said, I'm showing you how to install it. So it's installed. So this is what the front half of your door is going to look like. Reinstall it simply. So you're going to pull it to make sure that it's set. We're going to screw it back in. And of course you want to make sure that it's centered or it's leveled out on the front. Yeah, it's balanced out, so here's the front where it's balanced out. Make sure it's nice and tight. It's nice and tight. It's not going to move any on both sides. So there you go. Once you push it through, tighten it up, you're going to lock this in, this little piece right here. And that's it. And it's installed. Battery setup. That's it. Alright, so this will tell you that it's in motion, that there's motion being detected. And then that's how it sounds like when someone's ringing. But I'm actually going to be doing my conclusion, so I need you guys to go back inside so you can watch the video.
So that's my video on the Ring. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Hopefully I answered them all so you don't have any. If you have any suggestions on anything that I should review in the future, let me know. Drop your comments down below. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel, Jazzy Reviews, as well as my other YouTube channel, Jazzyfoodz. In the meantime, stay tuned and stay jazzy. Thanks for watching, guys.